Mr. A back with a poetry challenge for another day, poetry challenge number 10, and I'm going to start out with some poems that have been sent in. Unfortunately, a lot of these ended up in my junk mail folder. That's why they've been sitting there for a while and I didn't know about them, so apologies for that. But quite a backlog, and I was really thrilled to see quite a few waiting for me. We'll start off with a rispetto from Alyssa in Year 5 called Our Garden. In summer our garden is a happy place. In the garden clothes hang from the washing line. For Coco the garden is the perfect space. We love when our faces is in the sunshine. Me, Gabby and Coco love the trampoline. For us to use it we have to keep it clean. Our garden is great, it's so special to me. Our garden is cool, it's a nice place to be. Brilliant, thank you very much for that, Alyssa. You alright, buddy?
Yeah.
What's up?
Monkey.
Monkey, yeah, you can go and get him then. Be quiet though, don't wake up the girl.
The gates are open.
That's good. Well, that's good because she's asleep, so she can't walk up. She can't get out of the chair without me anyway. Alright? Sorry. Right. Next one is a triolette, also from Alyssa. My puppy Coco is mischievous and cute. Our family isn't complete without him. But beware, he can do a vile toot. My puppy Coco is mischievous and cute. Strawberries, bananas, he'll eat his fruit. His fur grows so quickly it always needs a trim. My puppy Coco is mischievous and cute. Our family isn't complete without him. Well done, triolette. Difficult rhyme scheme and repeated lines, so well done on that. Thank you, Alyssa. Next one is a triolette from Gabby called Snuggle Bear. Gabby in Year 4. He makes me feel safe and unsad. I can't sleep without snuggling him in bed. He's always been around, which makes me feel glad. He makes me feel safe and unsad. Without him around, life would seem really bad. Snuggle Bear, you're the world's best Ted. He makes me feel safe and unsad. I can't sleep without snuggling him in bed. Brilliant, Gabby, well done. Just stuck with the repeated lines, great rhyme scheme, great theme running through it. Fantastic, thank you. Right, next we've got Bog the Frog, which is by Sophia J in Year 6. We have a friend in the garden, his name is Bog. He is slimy and grimy and eats green slugs. He lives in a tub, just perfect for a frog. He is cute, not cuddly, and he hates hugs. We love our friend Bog, who is a perfect frog, even though he is warty and very slimy. He likes to drink tea while sitting on my knee, whilst I look down at him thinking, lucky me. Brilliant. Thanks Sophia for that one, and for the audio version which you sent in, which I really enjoyed. And let's see if there's any more. I think I've got a couple more in here. We have a villanelle from Alyssa in Year 5, which I'll just open up. That's going to take a while. I'll read them out at the end, and I'll move on to this week's poetry challenge number 10, which is the Tanka. Okay, now I was clear at the start of this that I wasn't going to do haikus because I've got a whole other YouTube channel about haikus, but I'm going to do tankas because that's another Japanese short form of poetry which dates back a long time. It's one of the oldest forms of poetry that we've looked at so far. It dates back to the 8th century AD. It's around about 12 to 1300 years ago, alright? And it hasn't changed a lot in all that time. The word tanka was created to differentiate shorter poems from longer poems that were there at the same time. The literal meaning of it is around about a short song or a short poem. It has a very strict syllable count. You'll notice it goes 5, 7, 5, 7, 7. The start of it, the kaminoku, or the upper phrase, is very similar, or is the same as a haiku. And then at the end you have these two extra lines called the lower phrase, or shimonoku, which sometimes in a haiku the first two lines will set the scene or ask a question, and the third line will answer it. Well, in a tanka it seems to me like the first three lines kind of set the scene, and then the last two lines they kind of give the writer's kind of view on it, or they add some extra detail. Okay, so these are tankas. You might have done them in class. If you're in Year 3 or above, you might well have encountered the tanka form. I'm going to show you mine. Right, this is mine, and there's a prize. Well, there isn't a prize really. There's a heartfelt round of applause for anybody who emails in a poem and tells me what film I got the inspiration from for this tanker. So, green clashes with red. Yeah, green clashes with red. 5 syllables. Father, son, locked in combat. Father, son, locked in combat. 7. Galaxy at stake. Galaxy at stake. 5. While the hooded man looks on. 7. Greedy pleasure in his eyes. 7. So we've got that pattern. 5, 7, 5, 7, 7. Now what I did there, the upper phrase, that set the scene of what was happening, and then the second phrase, that kind of added an extra layer of detail to it, making you think there's somebody in the background watching this. So yeah, let me know when you send in a poem what film I got the inspiration from for this poem. And your poems, I wonder if I could set you a little challenge. If you're going to do a tanker for me this week, or next week, or over half term, can you base it on a film, your favourite film, or a film that you've seen, or maybe a book that you've read? Base it on a story that already exists. Yeah, that should help you with your inspiration. So, and see if you can get that through. I haven't given you a title on this one because you've got to guess what it is, but you can help me by giving yours a title. Right, so that's the tanker. Just a reminder of the form. So we go 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables. There's no rhyme scheme or anything like that. You can rhyme it if you want. That's entirely up to you. And then the lower phrase, 7 syllables, 7 syllables. So remember, try and make these subtly kind of complement each other. The first 3 lines kind of set the scene, or you put an idea out there, and the last 2 lines, they give your opinion on it, or they add an extra layer of detail. So that's the phrases. That's the poetry challenge for this week, number 10. And then obviously next week will be half term, and there won't be a poetry challenge next week. I'm thinking about what I'm going to do after half term. I may change things up and do something a little bit different, because we've got 10 of these now. But the poems at email address, the poems at ashford-primary.surrey.sch.uk, that email address will stay open for you to submit any poems over the next half term up until the summer holidays. You've got 10 videos to look back on, and you can try out different forms. Always send me stuff. I'll read it happily, and I'll try and give some feedback on the poems I get sent as well. So yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching these 10 poetry challenges. It's been a real pleasure for me to stand up and do these. I hope you found them useful, and don't forget, you can look back on them anytime and get some inspiration for your poetry. All right. So have a great half term, everybody. Well, I'll see you in story time before then anyway. So I'll save my whatever. Don't know where I was going with that. Anyway, have fun with this, and send me your tankers or any other poems that you've got. Have a great week, everybody. Bye bye. Oh, where am I going? Oh, I've got more poems to read out, haven't I? Right. We have a villanelle by Alyssa in Year 5. A villanelle about TikTok. Huh, topical. So this one reads, lots of fun performing and dancing. Pranks and challenges are bang on trend. Tons and tons of songs to be singing. Some of the filters are completely blinging. Most of the dances include a backbend. Lots of fun performing and dancing. The catchy music stays in your head, ringing. You can share your videos with a friend. Tons and tons of songs to be singing. It is a place for creating and performing. So many videos I cannot comprehend. Lots of fun performing and dancing. Watching people's videos is so entertaining. I'm allowed to watch these on the weekend. Tons and tons of songs to be singing. So much to see and do. Lots of exploring. TikTok is cool and should never end. Lots of fun performing and dancing. Tons and tons of songs to be singing. Great stuff. Villanelles are not easy. Okay, so well done on keeping the message going through that. That's great. And got another villanelle from Gabby in Year 4 about sloths. Sloths are cute, furry and slow. They spend their time in trees, just lazing. They're well known for having 2 or 3 toes. They are so laid back that they go with the flow. They climb up to the sunshine when it is blazing. Sloths are cute, furry and slow. They have patches around their eyes and a cute little nose. Most of their time is spent on branches, sleeping. They're well known for having 2 or 3 toes. Where are they from? If you're a fan, you'd know. They sound like an old pig wheezing. Sloths are cute, furry and slow. They're herbivores, so eat plants after they're grown. Like penguins, when it's cold, they like huddling. They're well known for having 2 or 3 toes. They're my favourite animal, just so you know, because just like me, they like sleeping. Sloths are cute, furry and slow. They're well known for having 2 or 3 toes. Ed, thank you so much. So many poems, so they'll be read out, well, they've been read out now, and they'll be going on the website under the videos, so thank you so much for sending them in, and this really is goodbye. Have a great day and a great week, and enjoy the sunshine. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.